2 a.m.'s blue monitor light sliced shadows. A single notification pings. Then another. Within seconds, a cascade of red badges lights up the phone screen. Cursor blinks, muscles ache. This is not just physical fatigue. It is a deeper, hollow exhaustion that coffee and productivity apps cannot touch. Stale air presses. Targets recede. The chair creaks as the weight shifts, but the posture remains hunched. There is a specific kind of silence that happens at this hour. Fingers poised, screen aglow, deadline looms. The cycle of notifications continues, but the drive to respond has vanished, replaced by the crushing realization of the work ahead. I have sat in that same chair. I have watched the hours dissolve into a blur of static and anxiety, just like you. Exhaustion, bad management, buy apps, drink coffee. That is a lie. The industry of self-improvement sells you the idea that you are a machine needing a tune-up, but your struggle is not a time management problem. It is a philosophical crisis. To find the exit, we must look back 2,000 years. In the quiet, stone-walled courtyards of ancient monasteries, monks move with a deliberate, unhurried grace. They do not view this exhaustion as a productivity deficit. They call it dukkha, the friction of clinging to outcomes you cannot control. Chasing ghosts, life slips through white knuckles, dictating time's flow, a futile fight. To break this cycle, you must embrace Anicca, the fundamental law of impermanence. Look past the monitor for a moment. Watch the seasons turn outside your window. The trees do not struggle to hold onto their leaves when the wind changes. They let them fall, knowing the cycle will begin again. Your projects are no different. They rise, they peak, and they fade. Tasks are monuments, not passing events. At the end of your workday, you must perform the ritual of release. Reach out and pull the laptop lid down. Hear the soft click as the screen goes dark. That sound is the boundary. When the light vanishes, the day is gone. It is finished. Do not carry the unfinished rows of your spreadsheet into the dark of your bedroom. Tomorrow is a new cycle, not a continuation of today's stress. By closing the lid, you are not failing. You are acknowledging that the world will continue to spin without your constant, frantic input. Breathe in the silence. Let it go. Now, we must confront the second great deception, the cult of the hustle. You have been conditioned to believe that your human worth is a direct calculation of your maximum output. This is the engine of your burnout. Look at the history of the path. Buddha walked away from the golden excess of the palace, only to find that the starvation of extreme asceticism was just another form of prison. He found the middle way. He discovered that the sharpest blade is not the one that never rests, but the one that is sharpened with intent. You treat rest as a shameful theft from your productivity, a secret indulgence to be hidden away. This is a fundamental error. Rest is not laziness. It is a vital, non-negotiable component of your survival. When you deny yourself the pause, you are not being efficient. You are being destructive. You are burning the very fuel required to sustain your journey. Ancient wisdom knew what modern metrics ignore. A life lived at a constant red-line sprint is not a life of progress, but a slow-motion collapse. You do not need to be a machine to be valuable. You need to be a human being who understands the necessity of the interval. Stop measuring your worth by the volume of your tasks. Start measuring it by the clarity of your presence. We move now to the third pillar, right livelihood. This is where the exhaustion stops being a mystery and starts being a consequence. I want you to stop reading, stop scrolling, and place your hand firmly over your heart. Feel the rhythm beneath your palm. Now, ask yourself the question that keeps you awake at 2 a.m. Does this work align with my core values? Be honest. If the answer is no, you are facing a structural failure that no amount of sleep or vacation time can repair. You are pouring your life force into a vessel that has a hole in the bottom. We often mistake this internal friction for a lack of discipline, but it is actually a warning signal from your own integrity. You are burning out because you are building someone else's dream, brick by brick, using the only currency you will ever truly own, your time on this earth. If your daily labor contradicts your deepest convictions, you are living in a state of constant, low-grade betrayal. No productivity hack can bridge that gap. The leak is not in your schedule, it is in your soul. Look at the screen again. That cursor is not just blinking. It is counting down the seconds of your finite life. You are pouring your energy into a project that does not know you, does not value you, and will not remember you. This is the core of your crisis. You are a builder, but you are building someone else's monument with your own blood and bone. Every hour you spend in this state of misalignment is a withdrawal from your own vitality. You feel the weight on your chest because your spirit knows the truth. You are a guest in your own life, serving a master that demands everything and returns nothing. This is not a temporary fatigue. It is a slow, steady hemorrhage of your identity. Stop lying to yourself. The exhaustion is not a sign that you need to work harder. It is a sign that you are working for the wrong reasons. The leak is wide open. The vessel is empty. You are standing at the edge of a total collapse, and the only way to stop the drain is to stop the work that demands your soul as payment. Return to the desk. The clock still reads 2 a.m. The blue light still carves shadows into your skin. The cursor still blinks in the void, demanding the next entry, the next calculation, the next piece of your life. But something has changed. You are no longer staring at the screen as a prisoner. You are looking at it as a choice. Your hand lifts from the mouse. It does not reach for the keyboard. It moves to the edge of the laptop lid. Feel the cool metal under your fingertips. Feel the tension in your forearm as you prepare to break the cycle. Now, push down. The screen collapses. The blue light vanishes instantly, plunging the room into darkness. The hum of the fan dies. The notification pings stop dead in their tracks. You are left sitting in the sudden, heavy silence of your own room. In this quiet, you have reclaimed the one thing the algorithm cannot take: your own presence. You stop the work, and in that cessation you found your power back. The silence in the room feels heavy, almost solid. Your phone vibrates on the desk, a sharp, jagged interruption in the dark. A notification, a red badge. The old reflex flares the urge to reach out, to check, to clear the queue. Your muscles tense, ready to spring back into the cycle. Stop. Keep your hands in your lap. Let the vibration fade into nothing. This is the practice. It is not about moving to a monastery or finding a quiet mountain retreat. It is about the ability to sit in the center of your own life and refuse to be moved by the noise. You are experiencing the shock of intentional non-doing. For years, you believed that worth was measured by the speed of your output. Now, in the dark, you see the truth. The world continues to spin whether you are chasing that cursor or not. The spreadsheets and the deadlines are external pressures, but the anxiety is an internal choice. You are not a machine that needs constant maintenance. You are a person who needs presence. Feel the floor beneath your feet. Feel the steady rhythm of your heart, independent of any project status. You do not need to solve the world tonight. You only need to exist within your own skin. This is the breakthrough. Peace is the state you return to. You are here. You are breathing. You are enough. The room remains still. The darkness is no longer a void, but a space you have claimed for yourself. This clarity is not a fleeting state. It is a foundation. Buddhism does not promise an easy career or a world without demands, but it offers a path to a meaningful one. You have seen how the friction of clinging creates the heat of burnout. Now, you have the tools to cool that fire. If this resonates with your own struggle, there is more to explore. My next video maps the 4 noble truths directly onto your modern stress, providing a roadmap for the days when the screen feels overwhelming again. Click the link on your screen to continue this journey. We will look at how to navigate the inevitable pressures of life without losing your center. Before you go, take a moment to look at your own life. Like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what is draining your energy the most right now? Name it. Acknowledge it. By bringing it into the light, you take the first step in reclaiming your life force. You are not defined by your output. You are defined by your presence. Carry this silence with you when you wake up tomorrow. The cycle of the day will begin again, but you will meet it differently. You will meet it as someone who knows the value of a pause. Thank you for sitting with me in the dark. Now, go and breathe.